step on it. Hi everyone, it's Cliff here for YC Test Drive. Thank you so much for those that are following YC Test Drive YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. You guys are actually the reason why I keep on producing content. Look what we have behind me today. The BMW X5. You see, if the road was a battlefield, this would be an arsenal, a weapon that I would recommend for you to have. Because this is a monster. Let's look at the exterior of this car. You have these huge BM grille. You have this air intake. You have these day running lights as well right there, and these angel eyes as well with your fog lights right there. It really looks mean. It looks aggressive. It looks like, let's go. I'll show you on the road. You also have the air vent that goes all the way there to the tire. Also in here, it comes all the way under the wheel arch. You have a 20-inch rim here, tire, slightly narrower than the one at the back. Your tire pressure sensors as well, which is really good. You have these huge brakes at the front. I like the curves, the way how the curves and edges of your M badge right there. You have indicators on the mirrors, which is good. Black rim with white color. I don't know what white color is this. It's not the usual white that you see. Almost looks like a metallic, but it's very different. I like the edges. Look how it looks like from here with this curve all the way as you go to the back. That's really good. I like this wheel arch, the way how they kind of extend out. You see, if I stand here, they are kind of extending out, which makes it look bulk and more aggressive. LED tail lights as well. You have these roof rails where you can put your roof rack and that roof glass right on top. You can also wash your headlamps in the night if there's so much insects right from here. So that's really good. I like that. I mean, hands down, this is a beauty. Underneath here there's a light that illuminates during the night so that you are able to see. Okay, let's see how it looks like inside. So everything fairly easy with this Harman Kardon sound system. So the sound system in here, of all the things, the sound system in here is just amazing. The steering wheel feels quite solid. It feels slightly thick compared to some other SUVs I've driven. And you have that grip on the steering wheel with that M spot right here. You have the paddle shift, of course. The one thing I like about this steering wheel is that it's so minimalized, that there's not much of things on the steering wheel. See, other cars, they come now with a lot of things on the steering wheel that it confuses you. Here, it's straightforward. You have voice control, adding the volume, decreasing and picking up the call, and this you can wind, which I'll show you how that one works with your head display right there. This side, of course, you have the cruise control and everything that you need in terms of driving. All right. You have digital display. Like now the car is off. Everything looks just dark apart from these silver chroming, all these touches, these trims that you see right there in the speed dials. All right. But if you switch it on, everything comes to life. This big LCD screen, I like the way how it's tucked in. You have your sensors or your blind spot sensors, which are right there onto the mirror. I'm not sure if you see right here, this triangle there, it warns you if there are cars that are in your blind spot. As you come down here, it's fairly easy really what is here. The aircon control, I like that it's still out here. It's much easier, accessible. You have dual control in terms of your aircon. As you come down here you have your cup holders and your 12-volt charging port right there. Okay, if you come by the gear lever, I like the way how it is. So of course you're parking right there. You can also put it in manual, and then you can be shifting. You have a couple of modes that you can choose from. You can disengage the traction control. You can choose from all the way from Eco Pro all the way to Sports Plus. Your parking sensors and of course your descent control. Here, this knob has a lot of different functions, and of course it's sensitive here. You can use your fingers here. You can also wind it. In terms of winding, if these are kind of some of the things that it can do. You can actually, if you press menu, it also zoom out your functions right there. You can then start playing from the bottom here all the way. These are all kinds of settings that you have, from Bluetooth calls, honors manual book, USB port, manage mobile. You have your vehicle settings, iDrive settings. You have your profile. You can have different profiles of drivers in here. You can have different status. You can check status of driving information, and then FM and all that. So these are all the kinds of things that you can play around with. All right. If you can then zoom them in, and then of course your cell phone, your Navi, and your Connect Drive, and of course here your My Vehicle and all the notification that you need to know. I mean, I can go the whole day going through the infotainment system in terms of settings. You have your auto brake, you have your on-off auto. One of the things I like about this car is the fact that it has a hard drive inside here, where you can store your music, just in case you do not want to connect your phone. You can store your favorite music in the hard drive. If you come right here on the armrest, I like the fact that if you press it on the side, you can open on the other side, and then of course you have you can open them like this. I like the finishing, this wood finishing, right? It really looks good. Of course your glove box, plenty of space in there. You have that SOS, you can press that for emergency, and also your lighting here. I like this head seat. You can also adjust them with your seat adjustment. You have a ton of settings that you can adjust your seats. Let's see in here. Ooh, look at how massive the space is here. This seat in front is adjusted to my height, so look at how much of the space legroom I have. I can actually push my legs almost straight. You have this airplane kind of holders in here. You have the air vent also at the back on the side here, which you can also adjust. Of course, the Harman Kardon sound system, the tweeters here at the back. And of course, I still like the wood finishing here. I like this, just disappears right in there, which you can always pull, hang it right there for the back side, which is really good. I like these LED lights, which you can also control right from here. So you have airbags also at the back here. You have plenty of space. You have the air vent also right here, where you can adjust your own temperature here at the back as well. 12-volt charging ports. Right under here, you can put your cell phones for people that are sitting at the back. The armrest right here, with cup holders. If you open there, you have your 2 cup holders, which is really good. It's one of the cars that I've sat in the middle and still feel comfortable, because here there's no that big hump that you always get in other cars. It's almost flat right here. The headroom, plenty of space here in terms of the headroom. You can actually access the back right from here by pulling this one. You can fold the middle seat if you're on the 2, and then you have access to the back side right from here. I like that. Boot space, you have that soft button to open your boot, which is good. I like the fact that you have the split tailgate, which is good, because then you can open this one right from here, and then you have a flat, which is good to pull out the luggage. It makes life easier. The charging is the fact that you have a charging port right here at the back. Under here you have a small spare tire for just take you home, because you have run flat. And I like that shock. You see that little shock there, which is really good for the for this back side. Your first aid kit is right in there, and then you can of course pull that to hide what you have at the back. And you can also use this to sit on, really. If you're hanging around, comes quite handy. You can actually sit on here as you're chilling around. It's really good. I like that. I like this net. It's good if you have luggage. If this car is really full here of luggage, it will prevent everything from flying going forward when you brake hard. All right, so I like that net. Of course, closing, you just press that, and then it goes all the way as it closes. And these are real exhaust pipe. It's not like Audi. These are really real 2 exhaust pipes. The whole car moves. Of course, even though the rev counter only ends up to 5,000 revs per minute. But but you can feel the vibration of the whole car. I mean, driving the BMW X5. First of all, I should say this is a car that I would not give to a person. It's not a car that I can borrow to a person to have it. It's so aggressive. It has so much power than I can explain. Such a car, to give it to a person, it should be a person that I trust, really. A person that I know they are not outgoing, they're not going to go with this car out there and try to show off. When you are driving this car, most people won't even realize it's a car which I think is understated. That if you are driving normal, where you are just there cruising, taking it easy, if you find this car on the road, you might think, ooh, that's just a normal car. You might not even notice it. But boy, just step on this car and then it opens up. The row of the Viet, people will turn, you will see people turning their heads. It's a head turner. When you are doing Eco Pro, you'll be burning about, roughly about 10 liters per 100 kilometers. And also the average is at 16 liters per 100 kilometers. That's very good for a V8 engine, 4.4 liter. I mean, it's just amazing. I just like the fact that the sunroof, you can just, by that tap, it goes all the way. It actually, because it's so huge, because it's so massive, when you open it all the way to the back, it feels like you are sitting in a convertible car, really. There's so much light, and the fact that the seats are cream white, they bring that lightness in the car. I like the feel of this material. It looks like Alcantara. I just changed in terms of Eco Pro. You can feel the car lets go. I don't know what it is inside here that it lets go. You can feel that the car just let go of something, but still in eco mode, when you want to accelerate, you can accelerate. It takes a little bit of time to accelerate, but it still picks up. It still really easily, gently picks up. It just takes a bit of time, and it does not have that aggression. It feels smooth. It feels really easy. The suspension feels more settled, more smooth as one drives in eco mode or Eco Pro, per se. But as you drive easy like this, you can change it into comfort mode. You can feel when you have your foot on the paddle, everything. There's just something that just happened. Like immediately, there's a change, which I cannot really express how it is, but you can just feel the change. When you step on it, it responds, but it's still in comfort mode. You can feel the suspension is nice and soft. The steering wheel, it's easy on the steering wheel, quite easy. That's the way how you drive it in town. I'll just change it again, put it in sports. I can feel that pushing me ahead. You can feel the steering wheel becomes more firm. The suspension becomes more firm as well. Here, everything on the dashboard has changed. It shows that sports mode, sport dynamic mode, immediately when you respond. This is fire. that's just oh my goodness, that's just sports. It's just sports mode, but that's nothing, because then we can put it in sports plus. You step on it, whoa, 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 whoa. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. I cannot express it in words. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a machine. I think it's the most powerful SUV I've ever driven. But this is how this car wants to be driven. One of the things that I really enjoy the first day I drove this car was it was so good to watch, or it was so enjoyable to watch people, other cars, other motorists in the mirror, how you drop them on the traffic lights when you had stopped. You know, it's like they are reversing. You know, when you step on it, it just picks up. It just puts that power, you know, exactly how you want it. I'm not sure if you can see the reading right somewhere here. So there, I'm able to see the speed. I'm able to control the music right from there. With the modes, I'm able to change modes. So in other words, I hardly look around to the car here or the dashboard and so forth. I always just look up there. Up there, it gives me all the information that I need. In a cavey road like these kind of roads that we have here, descending down, you can just be cruising. You can feel the car is holding the road without any issue. You do not have to struggle. When you are in sports mode, the steering wheel is nice and heavy. It feels more sporty, so it's really good. It's a car that you have to behave really to drive this car. I'm just honored by the owner of this car to have that trust in giving his beast to someone like me. It's so powerful that I would not sleep. I would not relax knowing that it's in someone's hand. But the owner has given me to drive this car. Of course, I have to take it for a brake service, which is one thing about these cars. Just maintain it. At these kilometers, it's just a little over 110,000 kilometers on the clock. All you need to do is maintain it. It will always tell you what it needs when it needs to. You know, if it's brakes, it will tell you when to service the brakes. If it's the engine, it will tell you when to service the oil. If it's the gearbox, it will always tell you exactly what it needs. And all you have to do is just to do what it needs for it to really provide you with that comfort and safety and enjoyment all the time. It's not a car that you can cut corners to say, no, I do not want to service it now because I do not have money. You have to have money. What I can tell you now, this car would cost you 700,000 Namibian dollars. It's good value for money. For the kind of performance that this car has, for me, that's really good value. If there's any car that you would want me to discuss about, that you would want us to test drive, just please let me know in the comment below. Test drive that car and then we can discuss about it. Okay, one of the things that I've always wanted to do with this car is to launch it. Okay, so now we are in Sports Plus. Let's put the handbrake down, put it in drive. Okay, so launch mode. Hold it with both my hands. Step on it. For today, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in my next video. Please check out YC t-shirts on YC Test Drive. Check out YC t-shirts on YC Test Drive, like this one, long sleeve, short sleeve, golf t-shirts, round neck for women, for men. Check them out on YC Test Drive. Check out the pop-out banner, what YC Test Drive and YC Markets has in terms of cars, in terms of if you want another car which is actually less than 100,000 now, click the pop-up banner and check out that car and see what car it is. All right, see you in my next video.